Rush Limbaugh has a new conspiracy theory. The media invented the polar vortex to lie to you about climate change.
We are having a record-breaking cold snap in many parts of the country, and right on schedule. Right on schedule, the media have to come up with a way to make it sound like it's completely unprecedented. Because they've got to find a way to attach this to the global warming agenda. And they have. It's called the polar vortex. Well, they just created it for this week.
Here's the thing. The polar vortex is a term that's been around for decades, as everyone from Al Roker to the Weather Channel has tried to explain to Rush. So what is the polar vortex? Fast winds spin around the Arctic, keeping the cold air around the North Pole. But sometimes the winds weaken, allowing the cold air to spill southward toward the U.S. So if it feels like you're in the Arctic right now, you're not crazy. You're actually in Arctic air. And if you ask scientists, rather than Rush Limbaugh, the cold air in the U.S. might actually be related to climate change, counterintuitively. Arctic ice is shrinking rapidly. That area is warming almost twice as fast as the global average. This means that the difference in temperature between the Arctic and elsewhere is narrowing. The temperature difference is what drives the jet stream, the westerly winds that essentially serve as a boundary between colder northern air and warmer southern air. So some scientists think as the difference in temperature narrows, the jet stream could weaken. That, in turn, could make it more likely that Arctic air will flow southward. So the polar vortex's wobbly course toward the U.S. could actually be the result of global warming. Some scientists aren't convinced yet, but one thing's for sure. You can't look at the temperatures at one place at one time and call it science. You have to look at the global picture. The global picture is clear. The average temperatures are rising in the long term. So no, just because you're cold right now doesn't mean global warming isn't happening. Sorry, Rush Limbaugh. For more on this and other stories, visit MediaMatters.org.